In life, there's something you don't want to be, and this thing is called a man child. Especially as a man, that's one thing you don't want to be. I'm gonna be giving y'all multiple traits of man childs, multiple traits of people who are men childs, the things they act like. These are the things I'll be giving to you guys specifically. In this video, it's not to ridicule people, it's not to disrespect anybody, it's just to tell people the mere truth. I'm here to just speak facts and tell y'all what to improve on. So if you guys want to follow along and actually listen to what I'm saying, that's up to you. We're going to get right into it. Number one, lack of motivation. You live your days just going through it, guessing. You don't care about what's going on. You just eat chips all day, watch movies all day. You're the type of dude who would just lay down and watch Netflix all day. It's the weekend, so you'd rather just chill. Or you go out clubbing. There's just no purpose to improve yourself, no purpose to change the level you are currently in. A man child is someone who just is stagnant, no progress in his life. And every single person who puts in the work will always see progress, no matter how long it takes, no matter how slow they're going. If they put in the work, they're always going to see progress. That's just being a man. That's just how being a man is. In life, they expect you to get things done as a man, simply. Still living at home with no plan of improving. And these are the guys who are in their late 20s, early 30s, late 30s I've even heard of. There's a lot of men who just stay at home, stay in the comfort of mommy's house, stay in the comfort of daddy's house. They have no goals, no plan of moving out to make for themselves. If you tell them, hey, what's your plan for this year? I don't know. You're still a child, bro. Only kids don't know what they want to do. And there's this saying like, oh, we're still all trying to figure it out. You can figure things out and have plans and be moving on. You can figure things out as you're moving, as you're progressing in life, That's the thing with life. You'll never have it all figured out, but if you're stagnant, you're staying in the same level for a long time. That's what being a child is. You're waiting for mommy and daddy to do the work for you. You probably don't pay bills. Probably just sit at home, watch TV, eat a bunch of junk, or you're in shape, but you just have no purpose to move out and expand your horizon in your head. You just stay in the same position. That's number two. Number three, you have immature friends. The people around you, I've said this before, show me your friends and I'll show you who you are. That's a statement that's used all over the world. That's a very popular phrase. The people around you have no sense of improving themselves whatsoever. They rather play video games. Those are your game buddies, bro. They stay in, lock in online on Xbox 360, Xbox One, whatever is trending right now. Y'all log in on COD, and y'all stay there from morning till night. Nothing, eating chips. All over your room is just garbage, nonsense. That's another definition of being a man child. You have no purpose whatsoever, no ambition. Expecting females to act like your mom. You expect every woman, you just want to find a girl just like your mother. You don't want to build yourself and find your own kind of woman. You say, oh, my mom takes care of me. You expect women to come in your life and take care of you, wash all your clothes, do everything for you. You're not even married to them, but you expect all these favors from a woman. You don't even provide shit for them. You expect things from them. That's another sign of a man child. Keep in mind, a woman comes into your life to bring you peace and for you guys to become one if you're trying to become married with someone. Not to be your laborer, not to be your maid. A marriage is about helping one another, and you don't have that kind of mindset. You just want a woman to come into your life and fulfill all the roles your mom has been doing for you for the past 20, 30 years. And you think that's normal, bro. That's goofy. That shit doesn't make sense because you're supposed to actually be the one taking care of your girl. You're supposed to be providing for her. But you expect the woman to come pay all your bills, pay all your groceries, buy you a bunch of shit. Like, bro, are you a kid, bro? I don't see how that makes sense. And it's crazy because there's a lot of young individuals, there's a lot of men out there who actually think like that. They say, "Oh, I'm not dating a woman unless she buys me this, she buys me that." Like, nigga, go get something for yourself. You're a man child, you know. You gotta change. You gotta put in the work to change yourself. You actually gotta change your mindset, because that's a very dumb and downgrading mindset. I'll tell you that right now. You know, lack of responsibility. You don't take any responsibility for your life. That's number 5. You don't take any responsibility for your life. You know, you'd rather sit around when shit hits the fan. You blame others. You blame all the people in your life. You say, "Well, I'm not successful because my mom and dad didn't help me out. They didn't give me money. They didn't do anything for me." But you're living in the house rent free. You're sitting down. You're not doing anything with your life. You know, I say this all the time. When's the last time you read a book? When's the last time you went outside and touched grass and actually worked out, put yourself in shape? You know, a lot of y'all are so quick to blame people around you, but you never take that initial step to take responsibility. You know, I've been in several like relationships and stuff. And every single time I've been in a relationship, I always took the time to actually observe what I could do better for my next partner. You know, it's not a blaming process. I don't use it to blame others, you know. I don't get that scenario where people say, "Well, I blocked my ex, I blocked this, but I blocked." You don't have to block them, you know. You just remove them from your life. You know, you don't have to be petty, but understand that when a relationship fails, it's not one person's fault. It's both partners' faults. It's both parties' faults. You know, a lot of you guys are so quick to blame the females in your life, so quick to blame the men in your life. It's like, bro, you're a man child, you're a woman child, you're a little girl, you're a little boy. You know, I'm making this video strictly for the men though, because a lot of men are supposed to be the ones who are supposed to be leaders. They expect us to be leaders as men. You know, you're supposed to be that one taking that step to grow and, you know, take care of the people in your life. You know, I don't understand the men who just sit down, hide away from responsibility. When shit hits the fan, they're hiding. They don't want to take that step to actually blame themselves. You're not able to blame yourself, you know? You're not able to apologize. You know, you feel like you're less of a man if you say sorry, you admit you're wrong in a situation. That's being a child, bro. You know, you got to change that mindset. You're not going to go far. You know, because the thing with society is that the people who are willing to accept they're wrong, they're willing to accept that they need to learn more and they have a lot more to learn, those are the people who actually grow and achieve the most in this society. You know, the people who never want to take responsibility for themselves are the ones who stay stagnant in the same position. They're the ones who still are living in their mama's basement with no ambition, no goal, no plan to do anything with their lives. You know, and I'm not saying living with your parents is wrong, because at the end of the day, society, economy gets rough. You know, you got to build yourself. You got to form a plan. And sometimes it's best to go back to your home base. It's best to go back to who you call family. You know, that's why we have family and stuff. But when you're taking advantage of your parents, you don't want to work hard and move to the next level, you're staying in the same position. That's when I could say you're a man child, because you're not taking that initial step. You're not thinking about taking care of your mom in the future. You're not thinking about taking care of your father in the future, or whoever is in your life in the future. You know, that's just my opinion on this, because a lot of y'all need to change that mentality, you know? Never standing on your word, you know. I've said this time and time in my past videos. Never standing on your word as a man is one of the worst things you can do. Girls hate that. Your family hates that. Your friends hate that. People around you hates that. Your coworkers hate that. Bro, if you tell your coworkers you're gonna do this and you don't do it, they're gonna hate you, bro. Not hate you, that's a strong word, but they're gonna dislike you. You know? That's the same thing in your relationships, your family. You know, a lot of guys, this is an example. A lot of guys are in relationships. They're talking to a girl or they're dating this girl, and they'll constantly say, "I'm going to be rich. I'm going to buy this car by the end of this year. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to buy a house. I'm going to do that." Yap, 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 yap. And then at the end of the year, or when they meet that deadline, they have nothing to show for it but yapping. You know, Shut your mouth, put yourself down, and lock in. You know, when I'm around my girlfriend, that's when I'm least talkative, because I understand I gotta show actions. Girls watch your actions, not your words, bro. You know, they fall in love with what they hear, so you gotta be careful for what you tell them. You know, but they'll really only see the outcome of things from what your actions are showing, what your actions are displaying. You know, y'all really need to stop yapping, stop talking too much, and just put in the work, put in the thing you're gonna do. You know, I live by this thing: only say things you know you can 100% do. You know, if I say I'm gonna buy a car and I know I could afford it, that's when I'll say something. I'll be like, yeah, I'm planning to buy a car at this time, this blah 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 blah. You're never gonna see me saying I'm buying a Corvette next week, I'm gonna buy this kind of car next week, I'm gonna buy this kind of thing, I'm gonna buy a property. Because if I can't afford it, I'm not gonna say it. You know, who's there? Who am I bragging to? Who am I showing off to? A lot of y'all need to humble yourselves. That's why I call this channel Humble Success, because we get successful without talking and being yappers. We actually put in the work in this channel. With this, everybody who's following along, we actually put in the work. You know, that's what I'm trying to get in y'all's heads, because a lot of people just want to talk, and never want to put in the work. You know, it's like some kind of dopamine they're hitting. When they yap, they talk about what they're trying to accomplish, not what they're gonna accomplish, because we all know they never put in the work to even fulfill it in the first place. You know, this is a true issue with a lot of men. This is how you can indicate that you're a man child. You need to shut up, you need to grow up and realize not everything needs to be said, and they just need to be shown, bro. That's just simply put. You know, I know this sounds very harsh, but once you actually accept it, embrace it, absorb the information I'm giving you, then you'll realize that I'm saying the truth. A lot of people will tell you the same thing. Stand on your freaking word, man. You know, the only person that's going to hold you accountable is people around you after you're done yapping. So you should just shut up, man. That's just simple. You know, being an all talkative person will only put you down. You know, to summarize it all, have ambition, have motivation, work on your purpose. Always be goal driven, man. His purpose before anything on earth, you know. Except God Almighty is first, you know. But other than that, other than God, is purpose before anything. You know, obviously your family and your people around you love matter. But I'm talking about anything that doesn't matter. You know, if you're still living at home, have a plan, bro. Try and figure it out. I'm not trying to diss you, but don't take advantage of your parents. If you're living at home, at least support them. You know, don't be a guy who just takes advantage, lives off the situation he's at, and just stays stagnant for the rest of his life. You'll never grow, bro. Change that mindset into a growth mentality, and people around you will respect you. You know, immature friends, you gotta drop them and just grow. You know, find a new circle. You know, I'm not saying be an asshole and be like, y'all are losers, I don't want to chill with you. But distance yourself a little bit. Put yourself in a position to grow. You know, if you're clubbing out every weekend instead of reading books, building your brand and doing shit like that, you're gonna stay in the same level forever. If not, you're gonna drop lower. You know. Other than that, that's what you gotta keep doing. You know. Stop expecting females to do what your mom's already doing for you. You know. Mothers love their children unconditionally. Women don't love men unconditionally. They love you conditionally. You know, you gotta provide for them. You gotta support them. You gotta show that you're, what's the word? You gotta show that you deserve that position with them. You know, I know that's not the word, but I was thinking about it, but I forgot it. You know, you gotta show that you're worth it. You know, worth being with you. When a woman looks at you, she's looking at your potential. You know, so you gotta remember that before you enter inside the dating game. Make sure your head is on lock. All your goals are on check, bro. Get into it. You know, take responsibility of what needs to be taken responsibility of. You know, take responsibility of your actions. You do something wrong, admit it. You know, take care of the people in your life. Put yourself, step forward. Be a man, bro. Just be a man. Step forward for what needs to be done. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You know, stop yapping. You know, I'm summarizing everything. Stop yapping. Don't talk too much. Focus on what needs to be done. Actually put in the work. Action before words, man. Action before words. That's how you know you're a man child. If you have all these traits, I advise you to change that, because at the end of the day, if you don't, you're not gonna grow. It's only you're holding back, no one else. That's all I gotta say for y'all. If you're new to this channel, like and subscribe. Appreciate all the support. Easy, y'all. Hope you all have a blessed day, gang.